I'm Emily William, desires coach and money mindset expert, and today I want to talk to you all about challenge. So the truth is, I'm somebody who shies away from challenge. I'm not someone who naturally loves things to be hard. In fact, I often think that hard equals bad, except in one instance. So I realized recently that attending this hot yoga class is one of the hardest things I do every single week. So let me paint the picture. So this is a 70-minute class where everyone is on their mats about 1 inch from each other. It's the hardest thing that I do because of what it requires me to do in terms of balance, in terms of strength, in terms of stamina. It's over 100 degrees in that room and the teacher is relentless. And so for 70 minutes, I'm sweating like crazy. I'm drinking these electrolyte drinks. I'm praying that I don't throw up. And yet I love every minute of it. And when I reflected on that reality, I realized that I'm starting to fall in love with challenge in a different way. And I could take that reality and that mindset and apply it to my business and other areas of my life where I'm resisting challenge. So today I want to talk to you about how I move through that resistance and start to appreciate and understand challenge for what it actually is, which is a lesson for us and something that helps us grow stronger and learn something that we need to use in the future. Okay? So a few years ago, I read this incredible book by Kevin Hart, and he talks all about challenge. And in his book, he says, sometimes the path that you're on provides you with additional training in the form of challenge that is essential to your next level of success. And so what if life rejecting you right now is actually preparing you to win? I absolutely loved that when I read it. And I wanted to talk more about that today because I know so many of us are experiencing challenges, whether it's professionally or personally. And oftentimes those challenges threaten us and cause us to stop in our tracks instead of continuing to move forward. So here's the first mindset shift that I recommend when it comes to challenge. Number one, challenge does not equal bad. Just because something's hard does not equal bad. Oftentimes we are being strengthened, both literally and figuratively, with this challenge that we're experiencing, so it prepares us to go to the next level. So just like when I'm in that workout class, when I'm doing that yoga training, I am getting stronger physically so that I can do better in the next instance. And so it's the same thing in life. So maybe there's something that you're being prepared for that you can't possibly see right now, but it's actually really important that you have a new skill set, you have a new awareness, you make a new connection. I know for me, I recently shared on my podcast all about the business challenges that we've been through over the last 2 years, like literally a business crisis. And there have been so many people who I've had to rely on to support me during that time. And it actually created a bigger network. It created stronger connections, more love for those people. I got so much more knowledgeable about things I never thought I'd be knowledgeable about. So I can help more people. And maybe it's the same for you. So when we look at challenge as something that is a gift instead of bad, it opens up our eyes to that new experience and to things that we never would have expected. Okay. The next thing that I like to do when it comes to challenge is to reflect back on my previous challenges to help me move through quicker. So for example, like I said, I've been through a big business transition over the last 2 years, and I can already see that that has been a gift in so many ways. But even if I don't use that example, if I look back to other instances, so my quarter life crisis, my whole business was birthed out of my quarter life crisis. So that's a positive. So what you can do when you're in the midst of challenge is to look back at that previous challenge and ask yourself, how did it change me? How did it transform me? What did my life look like after that challenge? How was it actually a gift? And when we have some awareness that something's happening for us instead of to us, everything starts to change and we're actually able to move through it much quicker because we have a lot less resistance and we're willing to see the positive, even if it's only 1% positive. That makes a big difference. And then finally, when you're in the midst of challenge, make sure that you are relying on other people in a way that you haven't done before. So have conversations, ask people if they've been through what you're experiencing, be willing to be vulnerable. Because when we see that we're not alone, it creates not only a camaraderie between you and the other person, but it makes you feel like you haven't done something wrong, that you didn't take a wrong turn somewhere, or that you're not good enough, or that you can't handle whatever it is that you're trying to do. You just know you're having a human experience, and most likely what you're going through is something other people who have come before you have also experienced as well. And by by having those conversations, you also open up the opportunity for them to tell you how they actually made it through and got to the other side. So again, you'll be able to move through quicker, maybe with more ease and a lot more confidence because you know you're not alone in what you're experiencing. So in summary, what I highly recommend you do is ask yourself, how can I see this challenge as something that's happening for me, not to me, and change my perspective on it? And I know that that's going to transform things for you, but also for other people in your life. Just think about it. If you create a new relationship with challenge, how is that going to impact your employees or your kids or your spouse? You're going to be so much more positive and you're going to embrace everything that life has in store for us, not just the good, but also the stuff that's challenging. And you're going to be able to grow so much stronger and also inspire others to do the same. So if you want to know more about how to tap into this, transform your mindset, move through challenge with ease, check out this free guide that I've created for you by using the link on the screen, and I'll see you in the next video.